Take a breath and settle in. Welcome to Mind the Snap, the NFL podcast designed to slow the game down, strip away the noise, and let the stories breathe. Whether you're unwinding after a long day, or traveling home, or maybe just looking for something familiar in the background, you're in the right place. Here, we talk football without the shouting, the moments between the plays, the rhythms of the season, the wins, the losses, and everything that lingers long after Sunday night. From across the Atlantic, with the UK perspective and the love for the game, this is your space to relax, reflect, and enjoy the NFL at a gentler pace. So get comfortable and let the world fade out for a while. You're listening to Mind the Snap.
If you want the NFL slowed down, you are in the wrong place.
Hello and welcome back to Mind the Snap, your weekly dose of gridiron chaos with a UK twist. It's week 18, the kettle's on, the playoff picture looks like the Northern Line at rush hour, and we're here to make sense of it all.
Absolutely. We've got division titles dangling like baubles, wildcard dreams hanging by a thread, and enough drama to make extended at Christmas look tame.
So grab your brew, settle in, and let's dive into the biggest headlines, the crunch games, and a few cheeky takes along the way.
And remember, whether you're a die-hard fan or just here for the chaos, this is the place for you. Let's get snapping.
Welcome back, Snappers. It's that time, Lee. Our top 5 NFL headlines this week, all wrapped up with a bit of banter, playoff drama, and that crisp UK fare. Let's dive in.
So the playoff picture goes nuclear. AFC and NFC seeds are in flux. So week 18 decides both number 1 seeds, 4 division titles, and 2 playoff spots. Broncos, Pats, Jags all gunning for the AFC top seed. Seahawks and 49ers clash for NFC supremacy.
It's rarer than a Sunday morning sunshine in London. 2 number 1 seeds riding on 1 week.
So tuck your TV schedule in tight. This is playoff catnip.
Headline 2, the AFC North title is on the line. The Ravens take on the Steelers on this big showdown game. The Ravens 8-8 take on the Steelers 9-7 as they go head-to-head Sunday night to decide the AFC North and that final playoff berth. Lamar Jackson's back injury is still a bit under watch, but the Steelers offense did sputter a bit last week, so it'll be an interesting one to go. The winner gets the division crown, and Mum's gravy went flying in celebration.
Emma loser hosts a debrief with a few too many G&Ts. On to number 3, the NFC South still on the line. Panthers versus Bucks. Both teams already eliminated, yes, but the NFC South crown is still up for grabs Saturday, with division pride and player structure at stake.
It's like your mate being beating you at darts and it doesn't change your life, but you're not having it.
3 teams can finish 8 and 9. So tiebreakers will sort who's top of the pecking order.
And headline 4, Justy Herbert. Big break for the Broncos for the home field bid. Chargers QB, they're saying, will sit out for week 18 per reports, boosting Broncos' shot at the NFC number 1 seed. Imagine getting an early Brexit-style trade. The Broncos just handed a home boost ahead of the big game.
And the Chargers going all rest mode, eyeing that wildcard run. On to our final headline, the injury watch and roster moves. Jackson, Hurts, Hill and more. So Lamar's back status still uncertain for the Sunday Night Football showdown. Jalen Hurts and Brock Purdy, resting starters. Packers dealing with Jordan Love's elbow issues.
The injury report's busier than a Black Friday at Argos at the moment.
But then one slip and it's off-season for some. No room for mysteries here.
So that's the top 5 NFL headlines this week. There's title drama, playoff slots on the line, and some injury cliffhangers.
So stick with us as we review our last week's games and then move on to our preview with some live reactions, reactionary snacks, and the full playoff blueprint.
Happy holidays, Snappers. Week 17 definitely gave us drama. A few meltdowns and a few wrap it up lads moments for playoff hopes. Kettle's on, let's do this.
We've got 6 games to unpack, and the playoffs maths is officially messier than my Boxing Day leftovers. But let's start with the NFC North whiteout in Minneapolis.
Man, the Vikings 23, Lions 10 on Christmas Day. The headline, Brian Flores' defence gift-wrapped a season sweep. 6 takeaways and 5 sacks against Detroit. Jared Goff had 5 of those turnovers on himself, 2 ints, 3 fumbles as well. Plus a Jamar Gibbs fumble. I mean, that's a defensive masterclass and a Lions Christmas horror flick all rolled into one game.
Did nothing for my fantasy football chances, that. And despite Minnesota starting Max Posmick with QB and Bader cracking 161 yards, they cashed short fields. Aaron Jones' 1 yard TD opened it. When the dagger, Jordan Addison's 65-yard jet sweep late in the Q4. Adwill by card from 52, 56 and 42. None of this 2-1 goal, is it?
No, it's not.
There we go. Lions dropped to 8-8 and they are out. The Vikings hit 8-8 in a 4-game win streak.
Man, what a blow for the Lions. The playoff drama now. Detroit fans, I do feel for you. We called out on our playoff special, basically we needed the Lions to lose, but they needed to win out and have the Packers slip up. Instead, the Vikings pulled the plug in playoff terms. Cole and the Lions stocking this year.
And Flores, if Santa's handing out coaching gigs, he's named near the top. That blitz rate in disguise a golf guessing like a pub quiz rookie.
Then into some AFC drama. The Texans 20, Chargers 16. Houston came out like their neck double espresso this week. A 75-yard bomb to Jaden Higgins and a 43-yard strike to Jalen Knoll. 14-0 inside 6 minutes. LA's pass D, one of the league's best against deep shots, got burned twice early this week.
But credit to Trusty Herbert, 236 yards, including a 1-yard TD to Arundel Gadsden III. A 28-yard bruising scramble to spark the comeback, but the miscues then mounted. Cameron Dicker missed a 32-yard field goal before half, and a late pat, and tip balls, drops, stalled, and too many stalled red zone chances.
Yeah. CJ Stroud cooled after the hot start, but still finished though with 244 yards, threw for 2 tutties, and the Texans managed field position and the clock and just slammed that door shut. Texans clinched that playoff berth and stretches that streak to 8, which is good going.
That's good, that is that. Yep, and for seeding, Houston keep the AFC South pressure on Jacksonville into Week 18. Chargers fall to 11-5 and likely wildcard. That's the difference between sunshine at SoFi and Johnny Truck in the cold.
And then one game, I don't think any of us would have gone on the score. Ravens 41, Packers 24. This was vintage Derrick Henry. He ran riot at the Lambeau. 216 rushing yards, 4 tutties, 36 carries, and the Ravens piled up 317 rushing yards. Green Bay's front got steamrolled.
Yeah. When you look there, it was battle of the backup QBs, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tyler Huntley played the perfect understudy. 16 out of 20, a touchdown, 61 rushing yards, mistake free. And for the Packers, Malik Willis, 18 for 21, 288 yards, and 2 rushing TDs. But that shoulder forced him out late and the comeback hopes fizzled.
He's looking good, isn't he? With Love out, not a bad replacement to be having there coming in. What it means for the playoffs, though, Green Bay slipped to 9-6-1 and they'll settle for that NFC number 7 wildcard track. While the Ravens now 8-8, they do keep the AFC North lamp flickering.
They do indeed. They do indeed. And then in January, who wants King Henry in a cold weather game? Bring your thermals and a second tackler.
No, you do not want to be coming against Henry now. Another cracking game. Seahawks 27, Panthers 10. An ugly first half though, as it was staying at 3-3. Then Seattle just flipped the switch. Zach Charbonnet bullied for 110 yards, 2 tutties. Sam Darnold managed the game again brilliantly, and the Seahawks D absolutely suffocated the Panthers, holding them to 137 to 139 yards total, and 1 for 11 on third downs. Woo.
Yeah, it's Darnold showing his last season heroics, isn't it? In the final weeks before the playoffs, and that key swing, the back-to-back turnovers early in Q3, that is short fields and 2 Seattle scores. Bryce Young had just 54 passing yards, but he had a rushing TD though. But that tape's going to be tough for him to watch.
It will be. What does that mean for the playoffs then? So Seattle 13-3, and now keeping that NFC number 1 seed chase hot heading into Week 18 showdown. Carolina, they're still in the mix. Turned a winnable clinch weekend into a bring your calculators tiebreaker special.
Exactly, it's gonna be some fun, isn't it? As they're still top of the division.
Yeah, holding in there with the Bucks coming up. Woo.
Yep. And then we move on to the Jags and the Colts. So Indiana started bright, 10-0 behind a 15-play grind and a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. But the Jags clawed them way back when Trevor Lawrence ran into, and the Jags outgained the Colts 371 yards, 198. And it's those red zone swings that matter. Indy D produced a couple of takeaways, but the Jags keep moving the chains and own the middle 8.
Special teams, big shout out. Ashton Dulin had 2 big kick returns that became 10 points, but the Colts offense lacked explosiveness. Longest completion was 18 yards, and the run game was stuck to near to 3.3 to 3.4 yards per carry. That's 6 straight losses now for the Colts. Woo.
It just shows for them how much fit Dan Jones was carrying them. They want bare bones, aren't they? They've got the power there.
Oh yeah, Jonathan Taylor was all MVP talk, wasn't he, 6 weeks ago? And now that's real.
But he still put the numbers up there. He's not quite C-Mac, but he's putting his numbers up there. Yeah. And let's have the playoff update there. The Jags steadied the AFC South heading into the Week 18. Colts are playing out the season. And then they've got to sort out the questions that the size of Ben Nevis.
God, 100%, man. Then, for me, an absolute classic on Sunday night. 49ers 42, Bears 38. This game had everything in it. First play, TJ Edwards, pick 6. From there, fireworks. Tied at 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. A proper track meet this was. Caleb Williams threw for 330 yards, 2 tutties again, and big nights from the rookies. Luther Burden the third, 8, 138 and a 1. And Colston Loveland again, 694 and 1. Excellent from the Bears.
It's crazy there, isn't it? But for all Caleb's heroics, Brock Purdy matched it. 303 yards, 3 pushing touchdowns, plus 28 rush yards and 2 rushing TDs. We keep seeing that Sally, don't we?
We do. Yeah.
But then, it's just C-Mac, isn't it? 140 rush, plus 41 receiving, and set a franchise reception record for running backs. The winner, a 38-yard touchdown to Joanne Jennings late. And then that defense stood tall at the 2-yard line on the final snap.
Again, went to the end, didn't it? God.
Yeah. What did I say last week? It's my heart was saying the Bears, and my head said the 49ers there.
Yeah.
And there's enough there. We still
competing against a team that'll do well. Yeah.
Yeah. We're still top of our division, clinched division for the first time in a few years. So nothing to be checking out. If the 49ers are going to go for that home Super Bowl win, we showed we can mix it with the big boys.
Definitely compete against the teams that are going to be pushing all the way. Hence why you're there. As you say, the Bears already clinched their NFC North after the Packers loss. They drop out of the number 1 seed chase. San Fran stay on the NFC top seed trail with the old Seahawks lurking, and January in the Bay. Or the clink. That bye could be the difference between champagne and some flat ale.
It can be indeed. It can be. So as we close it out with the playoff picture and what's next, So sum up the chaos. The clinched and surging. Texans into the dance. The Vikings surging. But they're out of it.
They're out. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't matter how. Yeah. Seahawks eye number 1. But the 49ers are keeping pace. And then on the ropes, Lions are out. Packers are slipping. It's could they lose this one to be 3 on the this week to be 3 on the trot? To be heading into the playoffs is not what you want, is it? And the Colts, 6 straight losses and an early holiday.
I'm blaming 2 Minute Mike.
He's only been a Colts fan for 2 minutes, and look what happens.
But week 18 stakes are high, aren't they? The Seahawks versus the division clinch and a top seed. 49ers also chasing the byes. The Jags trying to protect the AFC South. The Vikings, we don't care about those. And the Chargers playing with travel bags, and they are ready for wildcard weekend. So strap in. Those final seedings will move at Northern Line delays.
Exactly. We're down to two divisions, aren't we, which aren't settled, as in who's going in. The AFC North fight out with the Steelers and Ravens, and then the NFC South, the surprise package of the Carolina Panthers. Shout out to Cody there. His love for the Panthers is urging them on as they take on the Bucks. So next we'll drop our Week 18 preview.
Welcome back, Snappers. If you're listening today, Happy New Year! Week 18's on the road. The kettle's whistling, the playoff picture's spicier than a Vindaloo, and we are now here to talk contenders or pretenders.
Grab your scarf and your calculator, tiebreakers, head-to-heads, and we need a win and 3 teams to lose vibes. Or a squeaky bum time.
Oh, it is. And there's no more squeakier than the Bucks versus the Panthers. The Panthers somehow, well, probably not somehow, stumbled into first place after they beat the Bucks in week 16, 23-20. In that game, Bryce Young threw 2 tutties, and then the defence sealed it late with an interception. And that result ended up putting Carolina 8-7 and the Bucks to 7-8, setting up this rematch with the division hanging like tinsel over the fireplace.
Yeah, key week 18 means if Carolina play with the same poise, quick outs to McMillan, scrambled drill magic to Sanders, and a composed Young, they've got the inside lane. At the moment, they're holding the top spot, aren't they? So they're the ones to beat.
They're the ones to beat, yep.
Yeah. And then Tampa did a few oopsies and more Mike Evans, red zone menace, playing for a new contract, I think. I'll put himself in the shop window.
Yeah.
And it's about execution, not vibe. A bit like trying to fix a leaky tap with a motivational poster.
Definitely. What it means for the playoffs. Everyone's so excited this week. Win, you're hosting the wild card weekend. Lose, you're watching Red Zone in your trackies.
And then for the Panthers faithful, if there is such a thing.
Yeah.
This is 10 years in the making stuff. So clear the coffee table, it's time for history.
And the stuff just keeps getting better and better this week. The 49ers take on the Seahawks with NFC number 1 seed on the line. The league flex to this Saturday, and rightly so. 13-3 Seahawks take on the 12-4 Niners with the NFC's top seed and the West in play. 49ers' epic win over the Bears kept them alive for the number 1 seed. I mean, Seattle already have 13 wins. But if the 49ers win, they clinch that number 1 and the West. And then if Seattle win, they clinch both and hit 14-3, which would be a team record. Good going.
Nice, yeah. Some key matchups here, isn't there? We've got Purdy and C-Mac versus that Seattle defence that's been stingy and opportunistic lately. Zach Charbonnet's found stride, so I expect Seattle to pound the rock to keep Brock off the field. So with the tiebreaker maths matter, San Francisco already hold head-to-head from week 1, and the win gives them a better division record too.
Man, that is big coming into this. Playoff time again. So the winner gets the massage chair and a bye. The loser gets the wild card tin, and then literally a Sunday full of anxiety.
Yeah, this is a central line at rush hour. No space, and everyone clinging to the pole.
It will be this week. And the games just don't end. The Chargers take on the Broncos as the AFC West champs eye the seeding. The Bolts may be using this as a bit of a tune-up game for the playoffs, but Denver 13-3, AFC West in the bag after that Christmas win at Arrowhead. Sean Payton called Week 18 very much like a playoff game, and they are chasing that AFC seed and a bit of rhythm.
Yeah. It's going to be a strange one because Chargers, they've already clinched their wildcard spot, and they can't change that, can they now? No. So heading for on the road wildcard weekend after the loss to Houston. So slow starts, some deep bombs conceded, and special teams misses hurt them so much. So priority now is to keep no injuries, sharpen some red zone options, maybe give trusty Herbert a cleaner pocket than he had at the Texans.
Yeah, you're right. And what it means for playoff stuff like Mile High in January, well, better pack your thermals for that one.
The boys from SoFi are not going to like heading into the winter excursions. Yeah, if you're the Chargers, it's keep calm and protect Herbert. Last thing you want is to make this into a QB scrum, especially with the Broncos. They're not going to give him minutes peace, are they?
No, I don't think you want to be going against that D. If you've got nothing to really play for, do you want to be getting hit by Benito constantly? No thanks.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's not just Benito, is it? There's got there's another 10 of them behind him, waiting to
let him have a rest. Take him to the beach. Then, what a game this could have been a couple of weeks ago. But the Bears take on the Lions. I mean, the rivals, there are different stakes now. The Bears 11-5, already clinched that NFC North thanks to the Ravens beating the Packers. They lost that thriller to the 49ers on Sunday. They're definitely in the contenders lounge, though, I would say. While the Lions, now 8-8. See you later, Lions, after they lost that game to the Vikings.
Yeah. So I think there's a few things in there. So the Bears could use this as a practice game. Fine-tune that pass rush and the situational defence, because Purdy did open up some weaknesses there. But then, do you rest Caleb, or do you keep him in there sharp? So it's with a number 2 or number 3 seed still in play, depending on the results there. And then for Lions, it's a pride game, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they've got to protect Goff better than the 6 turnover disaster, and then give the fans a proper send-off for the year.
I do wonder, if they lose, they'll end on a losing season, won't they? Because they're now 8-8. Lose to the Bears, and they'll have a losing season. Man, that's crazy, actually, for a Lions team. That.
And the Vikings' late rush could put the Lions bottom of the table.
Imagine the Vikings might even go above them in the end. Crazy. What does it mean for the playoffs, Lee? The Bears definitely want that home playoff, don't they? So they want that number 2 seed.
Yep.
But the Lions, as we just said, they want to avoid the walk of shame.
Yeah. It's like your mates insisting that we're not going to leave the pub after losing a game of pool. Yeah. But someone just take him out and buy him a curry.
Yeah. They can join the Cowboys and discuss next season.
Yeah.
The next game we've got, the Pats take on the Dolphins. This is a seed and tune-up versus pride game. I mean, when these two met in September, Drake May lit up Miami, 2 passing tutties and 1 rushing, and Antonio Gibson's 90-yard kick return TD flipped it in seconds. But good for the Pats, though. They have marched to 13-3. The Dolphins have turned it around a little bit, now 7-9, aiming to finish with dignity in a few operational mishaps.
Yeah, they've... So key for me this week is staying healthy, isn't it? It's hard. Do you keep that May Stevenson rhythm, or do you give him a bit of rest time? And with the clean penalties, they're 12 for 75 in the last game. The Dolphins just eliminate the chaos. Special teams and communication were a mess in September, and then it's all about
what they do
seeing what your best team is ready for the draft, isn't it? So put out and find your gaps.
You're right. Then for the playoffs, man, the Pats can still do it. They obviously need a favour, but maybe they just need to polish up some things, not cause too many concerns as they come into the playoffs.
Yeah, the Miami fans, this is your cup final for 2025. Final game, you made it here. So pack your towel and some optimism.
And then is it doesn't get any more drama. The Ravens take on the Steelers. AFC North drama, win and hope energy. So the Ravens 8-8 take on the Steelers 9-7 under the lights. I mean, the Ravens just absolutely ran the Packers off the park behind. I mean, as we mentioned, Henry was on fire at the weekend with 216 yards and 4 tutties. But the Steelers are in a scrap for the North positioning. This is all the trappings, physical low margin, one mistake, and you are toast.
Yeah, it's Steelers must gap, tackle and set harder edges, because if Henry's rumbling, it's they're not stopping him, are they? But the Ravens have got to tighten some things up as well. If they can't just rely on the power and pace of King Henry there, it's so they've got to sharpen up some plays, some QB efficiency. Well, Tyler Huntley was mistake-free last week. And trust that defence later on.
This is mega. This is a winner-takes-all game, isn't it? So bring your chin strap. Probably need some paracetamol because this is going to give a lot of people a headache.
Exactly, yeah. So, but looking at it, really, it's going to go on the head-to-head, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
So they'll put, if the Ravens win, they'll go 9-8, and that'll put the Steelers to 9-8. The divisional, it'll put them both on. It'll put Steelers on 3-3, and the Ravens on 4-2.
That's what I mean. The Ravens will nick it.
With the Steelers with a better conference record, but it'll go divisional first, won't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's down to the wire. Ravens were down and out at one point. We can't really say it's going to be a fairy tale one like the Panthers and things, because the Ravens will.
They should be doing better anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. The many people's favourites to win the whole lot this year. So they're just showing the form that they should have done in the early season. Going 1-5. Yeah. Well, whatever it's going to be dramatic. So what that means overall: Panthers, Bucks, win. You host wildcard. Lose. Need some help.
Yeah.
49ers, Seahawks. The winner likely number 1 seed in division. Tiebreakers favour San Francisco if they win. Broncos, Chargers. Denver chase AFC seeding. Chargers polishing for the road. Bears, Lions. Bears are eyeing that number 2 spot, and the Lions are just playing for pride. Pats and Dolphins. Pats seeding tune-up, and the Dolphins want to get that clean finish and show they're ready for next year. And the Ravens Steelers, that division wildcard leverage, it's going to be a slugfest.
That is going to be a mega game.
Yeah. So let's run through what we think then. So first game, Bucks and Panthers. What are you thinking?
I really want the Panthers to do it, but I do like Baker Mayfield, so I'm going for the Bucks, only for my love for Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
What are you going for?
I'm going for the Panthers here because they're on a 4-game losing streak, the Bucks.
Yeah, that's a good shout actually. Yeah, the Panthers are probably more on form than the Bucks for the minute.
Yeah, and also it's for that. It'd be great to see the Panthers in the playoffs over the Bucks. But either way, it's going to be a classic.
Quite, yeah.
But the 49ers, Seahawks.
This one is a classic in the making, isn't it? Winner takes all, basically, isn't it, at this point?
Both teams on a 6-game win streak. It's so difficult to call, isn't it?
This could I'll throw about an old phrase for us. This could be a toying cost.
Yeah, toying cost, yeah. Yeah, and I'm going to change my answer here because I think that it's going to come down to fine margins. And I think that C-Mac is the fine margin.
I think so. I think the 49ers will win. At home, the route to the Super Bowl is there for them.
Yeah.
I think they'll do it.
Yeah. And on to the Broncos Chargers. What are you going for?
I've actually gone for a Chargers win, but then if Justin Herbert isn't playing, is that a big factor for the Chargers here? Like, are they just going to sort of go through the motions for this one, where the Broncos are actually pushing to clinch the AFC bye?
Yeah.
I'm just going to go Chargers. First in my head was Chargers. I'll go Chargers.
Yes, I'm going to go Broncos here for that. I think they'll rest Trusty Herbert. They can't really make any moves in the wild card, but the Broncos have something to play for. So they're going to be all firing, aren't they? And they've managed games this season. So how many games have been out of control for the Broncos?
Sorry, mate. What do you like about the Broncos? If they win and they get the bye anyway, so they can rest people next week. So it makes no difference to them. So
exactly, and that's the risk they'll have to weigh that up, aren't they?
Yeah.
But they've not been any slugfests, is there? They've been managed, calculated games and wins. They've been getting those one-score wins, haven't they, as well? So they're managing a lot of games. Never really been all fully chasing everything. So they all look quite fresh, don't they?
Yeah.
So Broncos for me, Chargers for you. So Bears, Lions.
Bears. Easy for me, that one. The Bears. I think.
Yeah, Lions are on a three-game losing streak. That offense should worry anybody, but they didn't seem up for it last week.
They didn't. I must admit, it's like they almost give up a little bit. I'm not saying they did, but it almost seemed like they were like, we can't do it.
They have indeed. They've got an O-line which would walk into many teams.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Yeah, and the Bears. All depends if they rest players, but I think that he'll try some things out. He'll want to sharpen up that pass and that pass rush. So I think that at least the first half he might keep it right. And then if the score's fit, then get some rest players.
Yeah.
But the players who need rest, who you think you'd rest, they're the youngsters, aren't they? They're the ones that will play every week.
Yeah.
Run through big walls. So do they really need resting?
This is a good game for Ben Johnson because he can almost use this as like a playoff practice game, if you know what I mean. Because Lions should be a playoff team, so assuming they're going to go all full strength.
Exactly. They've got a few players which similar to the 49ers last week, so they'll be able to look at players to eradicate some of the runs and that one. So they could use it really to get some new patterns in players. So, but I still think the Bears.
I think the Bears.
Yeah. But the Pats versus Dolphins, I don't think there's any question. It's
the Pats in this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Pats still got a thing to play for. Dolphins are on the beach.
Exactly. Yeah. They're not in Miami for any other reason. Get some nice Cuban food.
Yeah. See you later.
Get on the beach. Done. So, yeah. And then the one that has everything to play for. Steelers and Ravens.
This one for me depends if Lamar plays.
Yeah.
Huntley's done really well for the Ravens. It's in Pittsburgh, I think, the game.
Yeah.
I mean, they're never going to get a better... They are very good, the Steelers, obviously, but what an opportunity they've got here to clinch and just get into the playoff. Aaron Rodgers... I don't know. This is a hard one to flip for me either way. I'm going Steelers just because they're at home.
I'm going Ravens. They've got a lot more to prove. They were everyone's favourites for the division and even for the conference. But injuries have ravaged them and kept them away from their best lineup all season.
Yeah.
But are there players coming? Zay Flowers had a decent game last week, and King Henry, he's just doing King Henry things. And I think that Steelers defense that was so good 3/4 of a season, it's starting to show some cracks.
I'll tell you what, if the Ravens do win, you do not want to play them in the playoffs because I think they could almost go all the way. That'd be a story to just sneak in and then go all the way and win it.
It'll be a pub quiz question. Which team was 1-5 and won the Super Bowl?
Or won the Super Bowl. Yeah, right, yeah, because they were 1-5 at one point, yeah, and then they went and won the Super Bowl. That'd be mental.
A bit mental, yeah. So just to wrap it up and recap here. Bucks Panthers. I'm going Panthers. Ryan's going Bucks. 49ers Seahawks. Clean sweep for 49ers. Broncos Chargers. I go Broncos. Ryan's Chargers. Bears Lions. Clean sweep for the Bears. Pats Dolphins. Clean sweep for the Pats. Steelers Ravens. I go Ravens win, and Ryan takes the Steelers. So I think that wraps up our preview of this week's games. 6 games, gallons of jeopardy, and enough storylines to fill a Tesco receipt.
Man, we'll be back next week to have a look at our results, and then look forward to playoff time, everyone. So come back next week, see how we go on. Well, Snappers, that just about wraps things up for today's episode of Mind the Snap. A big thanks for sticking with us, and we hope you enjoyed the ride.
Absolutely, and as we always say, you're welcome to keep the conversation going. Find us on Instagram at Mind the Snap Podcast, over on X at Mind the Snap Pod, and of course on TikTok at Mind the Snap Podcast.
Make sure to drop us your thoughts, let us know your hot takes, give us a follow. We love hearing from you guys. We
do indeed, so get involved in our rookie thoughts. Let us know where we're going wrong. Don't forget to tune in next week to see how we did with our predictions. And as usual, we'll be diving into some more NFL action, some stories, and maybe a couple of spicy debates too. Until then, thanks for listening. And remember, mind the snap.